the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
Let's see. We're going to get straight to the phone calls right away. We'll start with Omar in Ceres, California. Good morning, Omar.
Hey, good morning, Patrick.
Yeah.
I was listening to the other day, the gentleman called about magic, and I didn't think it was a big deal, but it's been on my mind. My daughter was watching some sort of, I think, Disney movie, and she said, there's a magician in it. And I was telling my wife, I don't know if she should be watching that. I'm going to call Patrick and ask him for his advice and how I can explain to my daughter why that's good or not good to watch.
Yeah, it's good that you've got your radar up and you're trying to be proactive and screen out something that could be bad. So magic, of course, can mean a couple of different things. It can be, when you said a magician, when you said that, I'm thinking of card tricks and pulling a rabbit out of a hat and, things like that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's one way to talk about magic. Like performance magic, tricks, Penn and Teller. Is that what you're referring to when you say a magician?
Well, my daughter was saying it was like something about that this magician could like change things and could make things like shoot like sparks out of his hand. So I don't know if that ties in directly into that.
Okay. Well, it might. Not having seen the Disney show, I don't know. But my guess is that Disney, being as intentionally ideological as they have been in recent decades, I would guess that it's probably not a benign type of magic where you've got a guy in a top hat in a tuxedo doing card tricks. But it may be something that is promoting the other kind of magic, which would be akin to witchcraft. So that would involve casting spells, things of that nature. And there can be a number of different things associated with it. And Disney and other mainstream production outfits like that have been promoting things like, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I mean, I remember as a kid in the 60s watching Bewitched on television, and it was all about this beautiful housewife who was also a witch, and only her husband knew about that. So the theme has been around, but she wasn't casting spells or anything like that. So it had, as I say, a benign face to it. But where I would draw a line if I were, if it were my child, would be if it's even just in a fun way, trying to inculcate in the kids who watch it that casting spells and being a wizard or a witch or witchcraft or whatever terminology they might use, that would be a big red flag for me, as I'm sure it would be for you. So without knowing anything more than what you just told me, you'll have to do some due diligence. But I, as a default, am always suspicious of Disney because of their bad track record when it comes to trying to push ideologies to the kids. They try to, push the LGBT ideology, trans ideology, which is part of the first one, and other things like that. So I would definitely check it out further. Our kids are all grown up. I mean, our grandkids are now becoming adults. So that's long in the rearview mirror that we ever had to worry about that. But for parents like yourself now, it's really worth your time and worth your children's innocence to be careful what you allow them to watch. And if you were to ask my opinion, I wouldn't even pay for Disney. I wouldn't have it in the house. I wouldn't have it on the TV. I wouldn't have it as an option. Because even though maybe 70% or 80% or 50%, whatever it may be, might be totally fine, there's plenty of it that's not. So if I were in the driver's seat, I would just say, we're not going to have Disney at all, period. And then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, correct. How could you, any advice how I could explain to my 5-year-old daughter why that stuff is not good? Like how?
Yeah, sure. Say, show her a crucifix. Who is this? Oh, this is Jesus. Who is Jesus? Well, he's the Son of God. And you might have to coach her a little bit and just say, Jesus teaches us that we are not supposed to have anything to do with trying to contact spirits or cast spells. We're not supposed to be trying to conjure things or gain power or knowledge, which is what witchcraft does. We're to trust in Jesus. We are to ask God for the things that we need. And we are followers of Jesus. We believe in Jesus. So that's why, because we believe in Jesus and we look to God for these things, not witchcraft. And in the Bible, you could tell her, you don't have to go chapter and verse, she's too young for that. But you could say in the Bible, it says that we should stay far away from witchcraft because that's evil. It takes people away from God. It leads people toward sin. I don't know how much you want to talk about the devil, but to whatever extent you do, that's how I would frame it. We believe in Jesus. We follow Jesus. Witchcraft takes people away from Jesus. That's why.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. And lastly, we can just keep my wife and I in your prayers. We were hoping to be blessed with more children.
I certainly will. Well, may God grant you many happy years together and many happy, healthy children, please, God.
Thank you, Patrick. God bless.
You're welcome. Yeah, God bless you too, Omar. That's cool.
That was the best of the week on Relevant Radio. The best way to listen to the best of the week is on the Relevant Radio app. Free and always free. Download and share the #1 free Catholic app today in the App Store.